Okay, guys, so welcome to the Enigma Strategy. It's our second weekly webinar. I'm Henry, Head of Strategy here, and I'm about to give you the lowdown on the markets this week. Bit of a quiet week because we're in August, obviously some holidays, so not really much is happening. Nevertheless, let's get down to it and look at what is the crack. We're going to start with the pounds first of all. Not much to say really, other than it's just selling off, and it continues to sell off, and every account we do just continues to be wrong, because we're just seeing more and more and more sellers enter the market and price going lower and lower. I think that might be it even. Why do we need to do a count on this pair? Anyway, let's have a look at the 4 hour on pound. Here we go. So most of this week we've been seeing continued selling, and we made this nice little 5-wave move right to the bottom of 120. Now we're starting to see this move here. This looks to me like we're actually moving into a correction here, higher. But don't get too excited, because this is just a correction that's actually, we will be moving much lower as the weeks and months go on. Let's just go to a macro. So here's what I was looking at this morning: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we've got this nice rejection off of 120. So in terms of looking at where we're going to end up on this correction, looking for about the top of wave 4. That would be this is the resistance band here. Let's just draw it in here. So when we're looking at sort of corrections, we're sort of end of this cycle here, we would say the cycle is complete. Let's go to that. This whole cycle is complete. We're looking to now rally back up to, ideally 125. Now, whether actually the pound does that is a completely, it's another thing. Difficult to say, although we do have this nice bullish bar here. Nice buyer's bar, and we can actually say that this downtrend is over. So the cycle to the downside is over for the time being. We can see here we've broken through the RSI. So now we're looking for a 3-wave move, 3-wave pullback, back up. I say, really, at least we should hit this resistance band here at a 123.80. That's my cue to start looking for short positions. Okay, so pound is it's looking okay, but let's see how we're getting with this. Let's just go down to the hour quickly. Okay, so this structure here doesn't look particularly nice, but we might be looking at a channel forming, something like this. This looks to be, so what we should see is something, and let's just change this. So we're looking for a 5-wave move up on the, like this. This looks like a, this doesn't look too pretty, to be honest, but I'd like us to finish at least above this area of this band here at 122. It looks like we're going to get there. But I mean, in terms of buying it, we don't want to be buying the pound. We're only looking to sell it. We want to be going with the trend. So for the pounds, we are going to be looking to sell the rejection up here. Now that probably won't happen for a little while. It's probably going to be sort of next week that we'll be looking to go into that. So for the minute, we're not too bothered about the pounds. Right, euro. So I mean, this is what I'm talking about. All these at the moment, euro pound so weak. Okay, so this is something I actually put on the group. This is my sort of prediction that we needed to see a three-wave move. You see we broke out of this channel, but as of today, we've just been selling off again. Now, there are two things we can say about this. So we could be looking at what's called a running flat correction. So this could still be bullish. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we're still looking. Let's just look at the fib level. And we're gonna see. Okay, so we're actually coming off this fib level here at 78.6, 786. So there is a possibility this is a flat correction and we will be rallying now to the upside. I'm not sure about this pair, if I'm quite honest. It looks like if we were to break this level here at 110.226, then we can be rest assured that this is going to be over. So if we break this low, we can't then cycle to the upside again. It means that we have to have a brand new cycle to the downside, which puts us. So what that means is that we have something that looks like this. Let's take out all this stuff. So we've got an ABC. Let's move that C leg down here. Excuse me. So we can see here, looks to me like we've got, I mean, this looks like a free wave move. Would you agree? Free waves here. Very, very corrective. The chances are that we've come up to the 50% of this wave. Let's see. It's going to be close. It's going to be close, and it's actually past 50%, nearly touched the 0.618, another classic retracement on a correction. So I'm fairly confident that this is a corrective structure, and actually that we could now be moving, breaking this low here and moving to the downside. To find that, we're going to be looking for our fib. And we're looking, oh, look at this, bang on, 108.757. Let's go to the weekly. And as you can see, beautiful, corresponds at this level of this zone here. So I think there's a possibility now, especially if we break this low, very strong possibility. Actually, we're going to be sliding quickly to 108.756, which is this band here. I'm going to draw it in for you guys so you can see. And this is actually quite a significant band of support and resistance. It's going to be first a support area, but we could do this, support term resistance like this, but I can easily see this now pushing down to the downside here. So in terms of the signal on this, let's get rid of that. We really do need to wait for this move here to break first. Okay, so we're looking to break 110.248. Okay, so you break that, we'll probably get a retest. So my advice on this for shorting is we wait for the breakout and the retest. If we're always going to get a retest back to support term resistance, so we'll have something like this. We'll go for the retest, and then this will be our opportunity here to short down to this our target level here. So some way to go yet, because we don't know. This could be a running flat here, guys, and then we could see price just absolutely spike to the upside. So we need to be quite careful right now, not entering stuff straight away. waiting for this break of this level, and then the retest and shorting. Okay, so again, the sidelines for this for the time being. Ranging here. So I've called this, we had a 5-wave move to the upside and we topped out at 132.71. Then we had a sharp sell-off, A, B. So we're looking for the C wave here to move lower to find support around, I'd like support to come around 4. First of all, will be 450. That's our first level of support here. You can see we've had a nice area of sort of confluence where price is kind of ranged. So looking to find support here at 145, and then we'll be moving off. So this will be our wave 4 on the larger degree. Let's see if we can find our wave 4. Here, and then a move to the upside. So in the minute of gold, there's not a lot we can do because it is obviously ranging in this this zone. It's very, very tricky. You can't trade this at the moment. There's just too much going on. We need to wait for a definitive breakout. I mean, we do have a series of, we had a lower low here, but I think it's quite easy that we could see price again spike, maybe go back up to 15.29, back down to this zone. What we actually need to see here is a break of this level 494. So a break here, which actually coincides this area of support. So break this area of support, and then we can start to think about coming down here to 14.58. That's when I think even short positions can be considered down here, because it's a nice move of about 400 pips. Ultimately, the gold is bullish. Gold is bullish right now. So we'll be very careful when we think about shorting gold, but nothing on right now. Okay, so yen is another tricky one, and this doesn't surprise me because it's August, and August is a very, very, very quiet month on the markets. So what we've got here is right. So this count I'm into. So we've clearly got an impulsive A move, B move. This is the structure I'm trying to work out if it's a truncated C wave here, because that can happen. We can have a long A, B, and a short truncated C, and the start of a new wave up. Don't find truncated C waves very often, by the way, so I'm inclined not to really believe that. And this structure just looks hideous, doesn't it? I mean, potentially nice inverted shoulders here, but it doesn't look very, very nice. I'm not convinced by it at all. I'd actually want us to be looking for the breakdown past 104.581. Okay, so that's an area that if we break this, then we are going to be going much, much lower. And I think in previous webinars, I've said that we'd be looking at 104. And I think we would do something. So we're going down to the 102. I've got a W here because actually on a daily and weekly, price is making a double correction, and I think as the months go on, we could see, especially going into end of September, October, the price could fall all the way down to 100. And I'm saying this because look at what's going on in the S&P, look at what's happening in the US markets and the trade war. Stocks are failing, money's being moved around now to gold and safe assets, gold and yen. Yen is one of them. So it's not surprising that the yen will gather strength, and with that strength comes a decline in the greenback. So it's not a big webinar today, guys, because there's not a lot going on out there, and there's not a lot being set up. Let's hope that when we go next week, we start to see the markets unravel a bit and a few more sort of clean cycles begin to take shape. But right now, there isn't much to pick from, and there's some of these setups. We just need to be patient and wait. Okay, so I'm going to be back next week. I'll be back on Tuesday, and hopefully there'll be a bit more stuff coming out, a bit more things to get into. I will look at the S&P actually. Right, SPX. This is a good trade to be in. Okay, so I'm actually expecting to see more declines in the S&P here. We've got a 1, 2, 1, 2. There is a 4 out there. 5, A, B, C. 1, 2. So we're now making our wave 3 down. And I'm actually waiting for the retest around 29. So I'm waiting for the retest around 29. Now, ultimately, in terms of, let's assume this is a wave 3. So we're now working on a wave 3. Where's it going to finish? Usually a wave 3 will finish around about the 1.618 of wave 1 and 2. Puts us down here as a wave 3. So it means that we could be seeing price come all the way back down to 24. So go to the weekly. That's basically testing these lows here that we did earlier. Okay, so there is a complete chance that we could be testing these lows here at 23.42. But I'm going to be putting out some stuff on that, hopefully to get into next week, because we are actually still waiting for the retracement. So still waiting at the moment. Nothing setting up quite yet, but we will see. We will see. Okay, so I'm going to be back on Tuesday. Hopefully there'll be a bit more to say, guys, because it is very stagnant at the moment. But if you are trading, be very, very careful. Always watch the news and go very, very steady out there, guys. Okay, that's it for me, and I will see you again next week.